The backstage lights hadn't even cooled before everything exploded into chaos. Cameras were still being set up, producers were whispering into earpieces, and then boom. A scream from behind the curtain. Crash. And then Yandy charging down the hallway like a woman possessed. Seconds later, Mendeecees following behind her, jaw clenched, yelling something we still can't fully make out on the leaked footage. But it was raw, it was personal, and it was real. Eyewitnesses say you could feel the betrayal in the room like it had a heartbeat of its own. Yandy wasn't crying, she was shaking. Security tried to step in, but she pushed them back, shouting, "You've been lying to me for years, and now I'm the crazy one." Mendeecees didn't deny it. He just said coldly, "You knew what it was." Gasps. Silence. Then total bedlam. Phones were out. Cast members froze. One producer screamed, "Cut the feed." But it was already too late. Clips were flying on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. People calling it the biggest backstage scandal in love and hip-hop history. And the worst part? This wasn't about fame. This was about betrayal, secrets, and one brutal truth coming to light. And just when we thought we'd seen it all. Someone leaked the audio, y'all. If you thought Yandy and Mendeecees were unbreakable, think again. Because whatever happened backstage just shattered everything. Stick around because we're diving into every scream, every lie. And every second of that explosive showdown. From the moment Yandy walked backstage, the tension was thicker than smoke. No one knew the storm she carried with her until she let it loose. Mendeecees appeared seconds later, his face stern, shoulders squared, moving like a man bracing for battle. The hallway was narrow, the lights low, the air electric, and it exploded. They didn't talk at least not at first. Yandy pushed a manager aside, hands trembling. "Don't touch me," she hissed. He recoiled. Mendeecees' eyes locked on hers. In that moment, the crew froze. The Love and Hip Hop cast, who'd seen marriage meltdowns before, had never seen this. Cameras hovered. Phones out. Everyone sensed it. This wasn't for editing, this was live trauma. A shaky video clip leaked immediately. Yandy's voice. Cracking, screaming, "You think your lies can hide behind a smile?" Mendeecees answered in a dangerously low tone. "You know there's more than one truth." The hallway echoed with their voices colliding. Producers rushed in, trying to pull them apart, some grabbing arms, others yelling to cut mics. But they couldn't. The fight was already in motion. Insiders say Yandy had discovered a string of text messages from Mendeecees to a woman she never knew existed. She confronted him earlier off camera. He denied. She didn't believe him. And behind that denial lay the fuel that detonated the showdown. One source leaked one of those texts, "Can't stop thinking about you. Meet me where she'll never find us." When Yandy saw it, she said her world shattered at one point. An assistant tried to shield Yandy, stepping between her and Mendeecees. He shoved the assistant aside. Emotional gravity shifted. Yandy screamed, "You're going to ruin us, everything we built." He pushed back. "You made me feel like my choices meant nothing." Their voices cracked. The cast's faces contorted, some looked away, some filmed, some literal tears forming. But the real shocker? A private voice recording slid into the mix less than 10 minutes later. In it, you hear Yandy crying, "I begged you not to do this. You promised me there was no one else." And Mendeecees.com, but cold. "You asked for honesty, but you can't swallow what I had to say." That audio hit like a bomb. Fans replayed it. Comments flooded in. Did he cheat? Did she push him away? Backstage turned war zone. A stylist screamed, "Why you letting cameras film this? Turn it off." But no one could stop it. The moment went viral before production could even stop it. The aftershock was faster than the explosion. Twitter erupted. Hashtag YandyVs Mendeecees. Hashtag LHHH scandal. Hashtag backstage battle. Cast members posted cryptic memes. Some took sides. Others stayed silent, terrified. The beef wasn't just between husband and wife. Had become the show's central crisis. as the dust settled in that hallway. Yandy slumped against a wall, tears glazing her eyes. Mendeecees stalked away, shoulders slamming past crew. The producers called for a reset, but the scene was already etched in memories. This was no scripted drama, it was real-life breaking. And the only question now, who survives the fallout? The fallout from that hallway explosion didn't simmer it, ignite it. Within minutes, backstage whispers turned into full-blown rumors flashing across every gossip site. Even before the cameras rolled again, the cast was reeling. Yandy disappeared into a private room, shaking. Mendeecees vanished in another direction, jaw tight. But neither one was safe. Reports started leaking. Yandy sent a series of frantic voice notes to her closest friends, begging them to shield her from the public narrative. One voice note caught by insiders had her singing through sobs. "I don't know who he is anymore. Everything feels like betrayal." Meanwhile, Mendeecees was reportedly backstage in a different room, pacing on calls, demanding damage control. Sources say he texted his manager, "Stop everything. This is war now." The cast, in shock, looked at each other like they were in the middle of a hurricane. One crew member asked a producer, "Are we still doing the show?" The reply, "We don't have a choice." But everyone knew this episode would be messy, messy TV. Moments later, an assistant slipped a set of printed messages into Yandy's hands. The pages trembled when she read them. These weren't just random texts. They were a hidden DM thread. The messages, allegedly between Mendeecees and a woman known only as L, included confessions, plans, and self-justifications. Lines like, "You don't know me like she does," and "If things fall, I'll protect her more than he ever could," shone through the pages. That thread became evidence in the chaos. One of the leaked recordings surfaced. Mendeecees speaking to L, admitting trouble, "I'm stuck. I never meant to hurt Yandy like this." But Yandy's voice was louder on the tape, her heartbreak bleeding through. "You built your world with me in the blueprint. You erased me from the foundation." As this unfolded, social media exploded in real time. Clips of Yandy trembling, screenshots of the DMIs, cast members posting cryptic Instagram stories. They all fueled the fire. Fans instantly split. Team Yandy rallying with #ProtectYandy. Why? Team Mendeecees claiming he's been framed or misunderstood. And haters waiting for the downfall. Pages posted side-by-side comparison of earlier footage, trying to catch inconsistencies. One viral post claimed, "Look at the look in his eyes, he's already gone." Then came the wild twist. A video leaked showing Yandy and L in what appeared to be a casual dining setup just weeks ago, smiling, chatting, even hugging. The clip was grainy from a phone, but clear enough to alarm everyone. It implied L was real and present, not just an online fantasy. That suggested the betrayal might have been deeper, hidden in plain sight. Yandy's tears and rage in the hallway now looked like the tip of an iceberg. But Mendeecees struck back strategically. He issued a brief public statement via social media. "I refuse to let rumors define me. I will speak when the time is right." It came hours after the leak, and many read that as a warning or a challenge. Some saw strength, others denial. Then, in a backstage hallway, cameras caught Yandy emerging from her dressing room. Her face was pale, but her eyes were burning. She didn't walk with her usual grace. She walked like someone whose world just ended, but whose fire had just begun. She didn't stop to talk. She didn't look away, just stared ahead as the camera snapped. That moment went viral. After everything, the cast gathered near the stage. Some hugged Yandy, some avoided Mendeecees. Others watched in stunned silence. One cast member said quietly to another, "We all knew something was off. But this is next level." As rehearsals started, atmospheres were tense. Lines were fluffed. Cameras caught furtive glances. Producers whispered in corners. Every moment felt heavy. Everyone knew this episode would be legendary, painful, real. Unscripted. Just when viewers thought the damage couldn't get worse, the final twist of the night dropped. A mysterious DM inbox hit a gossip account full of voice memos, screenshots, and video clips. Among them was one shocking video from months ago, Mendeecees and Yandy in a private exchange. His voice is calm, hers is exhausted. If she ever finds out, I'm done. The lies will kill us both. Then why keep going? We promised no secrets, 'cause you deserve the truth later. When I'm ready, Yandy's voice cracked. This isn't about promises anymore, it's about survival. The leak crashed into social media like a meteor. People screamed betrayal. People screamed cover-ups. People screamed heartbreak. And just when you think it can't go deeper, someone in the DMs leaked a recording of Yandy confronting someone else's close friend about an alleged cover-up. The friend's voice trembles in the recording. "I tried to protect you. I didn't know it would explode like this." Backstage that night, Yandy was seen crying in the makeup chair, shaking, repeating. He lied. He lied. Mendeecees watched from a hallway corner, lips pressed tight. The backstage doors closed. The cameras stopped. But the war, it had only just begun. What will she do next? Will he fight back harder? Will the cast pick sides? Or will everything implode under this weight of lies? They brought the cameras back, but nothing about this night would be scripted. The tension backstage, it was a living thing, pulsing across hallways, sets. Dressing rooms dared walk in eyes and broken trust. Yandy and Mendeecees were about to walk into a battlefield neither would fully survive. By showtime, rumors were already a wildfire. Cast members whispered in corridors, some apologizing to Yandy, others side-eyeing Mendeecees. One crew member overheard someone say, "He's about to get exposed." Another muttered, "She's gonna unload everything." Every walker-by glanced their phones, screens ready. The show opened. Cameras caught Yandy entering with forced composure, hair perfect. Face calm, but behind those eyes was a storm. Mendeecees followed a beat later, in all-black face set. The audience saw two people walking into a war. The cast saw two people walking into a collapse. Mid-segment, producers cut to a special confessional shot. Yandy, composed but shaken, faced the camera. "I tried to silence my fear. But you can only bury a truth so long before it becomes too loud to ignore." The confessional alone caught the internet ablaze. Fans screamed, shared, clipped every second. Later, a flashback montage played behind-the-scenes footage of happier times. Laughter, memories, promises. Then it cut to messages, blurry texts, shady shadows behind smiles. The juxtaposition gutted viewers. The heroic love story turned slow bleed tragedy. Then they rolled a video clip leaked earlier that day. Mendeecees, alone, in a voice memo with L's voice low, weary. "Every time I look at us, I feel the weight. I wish I could fix what I broke, but I don't even know what that looks like anymore." Then a second clipped voice, Yandy replying, "Don't say you broke it now. You helped me build a lie." Those words hung over the stage like a guillotine. The crowd gasped. Backstage whispers reached fever pitch. Suddenly, the lights flickered, the scene cut. The hosts stumbled through cues trying to hush tension, but it was too late. The secret had walked onto the stage with them. They cut to live reactions. One cast member's face froze. Another grabbed a phone, posting a cryptic line. "Some secrets can't be kept when the weight is too heavy." Another posted a clip of Yandy's broken stare. Soon, the backstage DMIs dropped again this time. Even more explosive forms, a screenshot of Yandy's tear blurred. Unsent message to Mendeecees. "I'm done staying quiet. This ends now." Another file. A security cam video from days earlier, a shadowy figure slipping a phone under Mendeecees' dressing door. Viewers yelled betrayal. And then, in a backstage corridor mid-show, it happened again. Yandy, off camera, confronting a crew member. Muffled words, but tension so thick you could taste it. You knew. You all knew, and you let it happen. She stormed past. Mendeecees watched from afar. The crew parted. like the nobody touching, nobody stopping. The final blow hit in the last minutes. A new audio leak dropped seconds before the credits. Rolled captured earlier that day between Yandy and the friend, who allegedly enabled silence. Friend, I tried to stop it. I didn't want to get sucked in. Yandy, you knew the whole time and you kept watching me bleed. It was the kind of betrayal that rewrote the history of trust. Cast cameras shook. Some had tears, some had phones raised. Some bowed heads. The credits rolled. The stage emptied. But backstage, the war zone remained. Yandy disappeared in a dressing room. Mendeecees slipped out a side door. Cast stood in halls, stunned, questioning. The producers scrambled to clean up, but tonight's footage wasn't erasable. The next day, social media was an inferno. Memes, clips, justice, talk. Hashtag backstage battle. Hashtag YandyY unfiltered. Hashtag Mendeecees explained, trended. Podcasts dissected body language, voice tone, alliances. YouTubers built hour-long documentaries. Even ex-cast members popped up, claiming they always knew. Some celebrities weighed in, some calling for Yandy's healing. Others advising Mendeecees to respond carefully. And one unexpected voice. Someone labeled L teased a public statement in 24 hours. Minds raced. Who is L? What will she say? Will she confirm, deny, explode? Backstage alliances shifted. A few cast members quietly withdrew from shared social media posts. Some who posted support for Mendeecees flagged or deleted. Others who stayed near Yandy were suddenly flooded with DM hate. Loyalty became currency, and the final gut punch revelation. A small legal filing surfaced. Yandy's legal team, quietly, filed for emergency restraining orders against undisclosed persons connected to the leaks. Nothing named, but the timing spoke. Fear was real. Protection was needed. As fans discussed who would win this war, there was one clarity. Nothing would ever be the same. Love and hip-hop had witnessed a backstage collapse so raw it would haunt its legacy. Yandy and Mendeecees, their empire teetered. The cast, forever changed. The audience, betrayed, riveted, and watching. This story's next chapter is unwritten. But one thing's certain. When the next bomb drops, it's not just their world, it's everyone's watching. After everything we just witnessed, explosive backstage confrontations, secret recordings, emotional breakdowns, and an entire cast left in stunned silence. You already KNOW. This is just the beginning. It's the entire future of love and hip-hop just got flipped inside out. And trust me, the next drop is going to make this look like the calm before the storm. If you're not subscribed right now, you're about to miss the receipts when L finally speaks. You're going to miss the leaked voice memos, the new legal filings, the alliances crumbling in real time, and the next jaw-dropping move from Yandy or Mendeecees that could end this saga or ignite it all over again. Do not play yourself. Hit that like button if you were shocked at the dressing room footage. Drop a comment if you caught the hidden clue in Mendeecees' voice memo. And subscribe with that bell on, because the next leak might just end careers. We have the inside track, we have the sources. We have zero chill. So buckle up, because the next reveal, it's personal, it's dangerous, and it's coming sooner than you think. This isn't just tea, scalding. See you in the next drop. Stay alert, because backstage never stays quiet for long.